let's get into it with some product stuff. Joe, do you want to take us through this?
Yeah, you bet. Let's talk product, and we'll probably spend a little more time today on the compensation plan because we didn't dive into that on Tuesday night. But we wanted to definitely touch on the product because this is what we're so passionate about is the products we're bringing to market right now. Let's go to that first slide, Curtis. This is that picture. I don't know if any of you, this is my wife, Karen, and I in Sicily. Katya, I don't know if you've ever been there. This is the Valley of the Temples. And many people don't know this, and I didn't know this actually, that there are Greek ruins in Sicily and very old ones at that. And these are some of the most preserved ruins in the whole world. So I actually didn't know this until we came across this part of our tour. And it might look like a really touristy thing to do, and maybe it is, I don't know. But our tour guide was very excited to talk. He kept talking about the olive. This is an olive tree that my wife Karen and I are touching. He kept talking about the importance of the olive tree. Every part of this tour, there's olive trees all over the place. You're walking along the path, there's olive trees. This particular one, he says, we don't even know how old this olive tree is. We're guessing it's somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000, maybe even more than 2,000 years old. That building behind there is 500 BC. And I know it's crazy.
500
right?
BC.
500 BC. Actually, totally separate thing. There's this really cool experience in Sicily. There's a building. It's a Greek temple that was destroyed around 500 BC. They don't have exact dates, but then the Catholic Church came in like 580 and built an entire church over top of the Greek ruin. And so it's the only one of its kind. It's actually really quite fascinating. It's not in this area, but a different part. In any event, this tree, he had us touch the tree, and he said, just touch this tree and feel the power of it. And I thought it was very special. And I was thinking because the people we were with a group of people. We were doing like a cooking tour. This was earlier in the year, and Gordon and I had been talking about this, and I knew that this was on my mind as I was going through this tour. And so this picture became a little more special to me. And we were developing this at the time, which is kind of cool. And to think back, here we are at the end of October, and we're ready to launch this thing. We're already signing people up, and it's developing very fast as we've talked about. And we've highlighted this. Curtis and Gordon talked about this on the call the other night, but I'll reiterate, we're launching. We're going to start taking orders sometime in the middle of November, and you'll hear more about that as we go on. And then we'll start shipping towards the end of November. But Gordon always talks about, how do you put it, Gordon? It starts here first. We have to develop it twice, kind of. It starts up here first. And so at this moment in time, while I was touching this olive tree, it was all up here, and it was this conceptual, and it was really kind of beautiful. So I thought I'd ask Curtis to throw this into the slides to give you an idea, because some of you are watching this for the first time, and you're starting it up here for the first time too. Okay? And it starts here, and we start to develop them. And I love what Donna said. I know Donna's on the call, but and I hope you all noticed, she showed her phone. And she talked about the power of visualization. She's already snapped a photo of that image of that first trip to Italy, and she's going to look at it every day. And so it starts up here. Gord also says it starts in your heart too. Of course, it's always in your heart, but it starts here. We have to start it first to visualize it. And so that was kind of cool. So let's go to the next one as we talk about product, because that tree right there, the life force of the olive tree.
That's 1,000-year-old. Did you say 1,000-year-old olive tree?
They don't know. They'd have to cut it or something. They don't want to cut the thing.
Yeah, but definitely with that size, I mean, we can only see like a small portion of the tree, but it looked like it had some
it's huge.
Massive root there.
Yeah, it's huge.
And it takes them a long time to get to that size.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of years, if not 1,000 or more.
Well, this one definitely says it's somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000.
Yeah.
We can't even say it's 1,000 to 2,000 here in the United States. I mean, think about that.
Oh, yeah.
And And so that tree it's old. And it's
History is
still
old.
producing olives.
We're folks that are like listening. We're in North America, right? We do history class, and it starts in 1776. They do history there, and it's like Katya's telling me, like, you start at like 500 BC or something.
It's so fascinating. Like when my wife and I were over in Italy a few years ago, and I started having my experience with olives and olive oil and trees, and yeah, just they were showing us different trees on this farm, and they were explaining like how long they had been there, generationally been producing, and it's wild.
Crazy. And here we are, guys, on the precipice. We're just ready to jump, and it's growing. It's growing quite nicely, and we haven't even added the product to the mix, so we're ready to rock. But the life force of the olive tree, and I like this, how Gord worded that, because Curtis always talks about how we're bringing olive tree derived extracts. So we're taking, of course, the extra virgin, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, and we're adding it to these capsules, those gel caps on the top, if you're wondering, if you're watching this for the first time. And we're infusing it with rosemary extract. Now, why rosemary extract? Interesting. Our mother, like, we could have chose a few other extracts, okay? Because Italians cook with a lot of things. But if we were to open up to Katya, she'd tell you exactly why everyone uses rosemary. Is a part of it. It's a part of the culture. And in fact, I was telling this to someone over the phone just the other day, and they stopped me and they said, on an airplane, I wasn't feeling well, and your mother, back in the day, probably 10, 15 years ago, 15 years plus, gave me rosemary extract on the plane. I'm like, wow, here I am telling this story. And then they're like, I remember when she gave me rosemary extract. It's very important to the Italian culture, and it was very important to our mother. And so we decided we wanted to infuse it with that. But we have something called olivectin. And I know some of you have heard this, but if you're hearing for the first time, please know that that's a TM word. You see that trademark because it's a made-up word. It's our own word, and it's a.
Katya made that one. I think that's Katya's word.
Is that Katya?
I think Katya's word. Katya, was that your word? I think you made up that one.
That one is
Yeah?
pretty correct. Let me check.
Olivectin.
Yeah. It was probably late at night. Yeah.
Grazie. All right.
It's a
So,
pleasure.
it's a made up word, and it's our trademark, and it's a proprietary blend of olive leaf extract and olive fruit extract. And again, going to that point about the tree, we're using olive tree derived products, olive extra virgin olive oil. In this particular case, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. We're using the olive leaf extract, the olive fruit extract. We were just talking to a doctor, actually, right before this call. And when we mentioned we were using olive leaf extract, he lit up. Remember?
Oh, my God.
He just lit up.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so glad you're using olive leaf extract. And he just went on for about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes just on olive leaf extract and how powerful it is. And we'll dive into that on other calls. But just to give you an idea, olive leaf extract is phenomenal for the immune system. Perfect timing as we go into the cold and flu season. Seriously, like, people will be looking, but they don't know 100% that they're looking for olive leaf extract for the immune system. And yet I will say, nutritionally supports the immune system phenomenally. The olive fruit extract. Now, the olive leaf extract has something called olorapine. And although it's pronounced different ways, if you hear it, olorapine is how we're pronouncing it.
Yeah.
Olorapine.
We found somebody using an alternate pronunciation. I'm not sure. I think they're.
Kind of threw me off a little.
I think they're
I
wrong.
wonder if he was reading it.
I think he's wrong.
He's reading it.
Yeah.
But then in the olive fruit, you've got an extract called verbascicide, and you look at the olorapine and the verbascicide, you're going to see very similar studies. Nutritionally supporting the immune system, nutritionally supporting as an antioxidant, very, very high antioxidant value, very high polyphenol content, and everything from brain health to, just goes on and on. It's like amazing. And then we have the Rosa. And again, we're adding to this because our mother, there was never, I will repeat, I don't think there was one meal that we had. Maybe one, I don't know. No, my mom didn't cook with tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes is a very big part of the Italian culture. And lycopene is an extract that comes, very, very high phenolic count, extract that comes from tomatoes. It's good for everything. High high antioxidant.
Vision, like good vision is probably number one.
Yeah, and also for men out there, if you're looking for something for prostate health, very
Hey.
nutritionally support them. Nutritionally support prostate health. Grapeseed extract, phenomenal. Also very much part of the Italian culture, the Mediterranean culture, I'll say. But grapeseed and grapes, red grapes particularly, and that's why Gord's calling it the Rosa, because they're both red and natural color, you know. So this is our Prima product that we're bringing to market, and I can't wait for people to start trying this. This is a fantastic product, and
Yeah, the combination, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, the combination of these things and being able to get them into your daily life in such a simple form factor is going to be a really powerful opportunity for all of us to take this to the world and to get into our own lives